Hey, what's going on, guys? 118 Seth Shadow here. So, unfortunately, I'm still a little bit under the weather from last time, but we're still good enough to keep this going. And for Vanguard, despite it still just being D format, there are always so many cards to go over now. It's actually amazing. It makes me wonder if I tried to do combinations of market watches with V format and premium format considered, the list would be just ridiculously long, and I'd probably have to do even more market watches. Well, at some point, if I ever feel like going into premium, I might actually do that. I don't think it'll happen with V, but I mean, even getting into premium means reviewing V stuff regardless, which, even when you consider D format, you still have to consider how some of these cards could affect premium. Like, we'll be going over a few that do have to do with some current products that are going to get announced from Bushiroad, and we had one the other day regarding the new premium decks, starting with the one for Musketeer Cecilia. And so we will be going over a few cards that could get affected by some of those announcements. But let's go ahead and get started. We do have a lot to cover today. And our first item today is going to be the Jewel Beast for Lyrical Monasterio, Overdress. This card has been bought out and now has 9 listings starting at around $19. Listings have been selling. Someone did buy 3 copies for over $25 a piece. And we do have a number of copies for... Okay, we don't have that many left. 4 left that are 20 or lower, and after that, it becomes a $25 card. We are seeing a lot of increases in product for set 4 as well, as boxes are moving upwards of 50, and the cases are still pretty high up there, over 1,000, which has caused a lot of singles to increase in price. Then we've also got Moon Nestling Fantasia Aldhead, which has dropped to 2 listings. This is from Festival Collection 2023, and it's $16 base right now. It's sold for $9 to $16 recently, and the only 2 listings available right now are at $15.97. So basically $16 if you want to pick it up. We're low on listings, so if you can't get it here, well, you're gonna have to shop around for a bit. And if you're looking to sell them, they are moving. One thing that has been increasing a bit in value is Holy Angel of Blessing Celestial. The base listing on this one is now $7, and it's undulated from January, where it saw its drop off of its market price to about $4, and we're getting back up there with sales over $6 recently. But the available listings are now $7, and with a decent amount of copies going up to $8. So if you do need to pick this card up for any reason, watch out, it is making moves upward. You've also got Color Bob Dragon Walbrigia, which is the Stride Ride fodder for Lyrical Monasterio, also from set 4. This one hasn't taken off nearly as much as some of the other triple rares, but it is going up. And it's low on listings, 6 altogether, and the market price is just barely under the current low listing. This card has been selling for close to $5, and most of its listings are right there and getting up to $7. So definitely beware, as a lot of the generic staples you can use for Lyrical are making a lot more moves. And you've also got a promo for Michu, Light That Shines on Solitude, which is currently $27 with 1 listing. And looking at recent sales on that one, well, it just recently saw a buyout with sales at $5.50 to over $14, and 1 sold for $27. Looking further back, though, it's only been selling for $5 otherwise, so we're just on buyout status at this point. Michu, I know it recently got a new promo with the February-March promos, but yeah, I don't know much else to say about this one. I just know it's on buyout status at this point. Triplex Trick Fennel is one of the interesting boss followers from Lyrical Monasterio Trick or Trick. and basically the one that's kind of inspired out of the whole thing, as it works with the Trick or Treat order cards. But it's got a lot of listings available. Despite that, it still sells for 50 cents to about $1, and we do have a number of copies that are starting to exceed $1 before we start getting into the mandatory 99-cent shipping. So another card to watch out for possibly fun play or potential competitive play, I'm not sure. But as lyrical set 4 continues to go up in price, this card could become another victim in terms of just increasing quite a bit. It could become potentially a $2-3 card at least. Blitz Assistant Sortium. I was talking about how this card just kind of fell off in comparison to Bobble Mine when it comes to Wellstra, but as it turns out, from recent deck builds that I've been seeing that are playing Wellstra right now, they tend to play this and Bobble Mine, which honestly I'm not too surprised about that, given that there's another option that's being played in the deck that really makes the deck want to play a lot of Soul. Right now, the card, though, has lots of listings available on its double rare starting at 14 cents, and the market price is 36. However, the FR is short on listings, 2 altogether starting at $5, and the market price of that is $1.33. So the FR is likely to see a bit of a spike, but the double rare still needs some time to catch up there, so we'll see. And this is the other card that I was talking about just now, Bergina from the same set 13. It's been seeing an increase in price recently and now only has 3 listings left on its triple rare. 163 is the base price, but the market price is 307. So if you're looking to build Wellstra in the future for Divine Clash, you're running out of time to pick up these cards. The FFR has come down from that massive high that came a while back, but it is in danger of moving back up there, as we're now looking at 3 listings for that starting at $30, and the market price is currently $27. So if you are looking to build Wellstra, definitely pay attention to all the support. Everything just has potential to rise depending on how players want to play it out. Then Sea Strike Dragon and Largle. I'm bringing up this one with note to how we're getting the new premium deck sets later on in the year. And given that this one is a stride fodder, it has potential to see some gain. I mean, it's been moving up in general, but we've seen a few more listings hit the market. So we now have 10 listings on the triple rare compared to the lower amount that we saw before. However, the FFR is up and away here at $70 base with 2 listings, but its market price is $25. So definitely, this, as I've said, I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but definitely keep your eye on this one, as well as others of the stride fodder, ride fodder archetype that you get out of set 13. We've got Sword Light Dragon Skylizen, which I haven't really covered yet, but we've got the Raging Form and the Salome Jewel Knight decks that are coming up next for review, and they both would reside with Cater Sanctuary. And currently, we've got 12 listings on the triple rare for $9 to start off with, and the FFR is just under $35 base with a market price of $43.67. So another one to keep your eye out on, as this one has not completely skyrocketed, but it is above the market price on the triple rare as well. We talked about 10th Fault on the last Market Watch, but there's been an enormous change in its price that I wanted to cover it again. We're at $15 for its triple rare now, with 5 listings to go, and the FFR is now gone. $24.24 market price on the FFR and $6.12 on the triple rare, and it's moving up high up there. Set 11 was one of the weakest sets overall, given that these order cyclers were not that big, and now a lot of them are really starting to see some rebounds in value here. But one that has fallen to the wayside, though, is Lady Fencer of Bipolar Nebula. Despite all the hype that a lot of these cyclers are getting, This one is not getting any. 45 listings starting at 10 cents for the triple rare and 37 cents on the market price. I mean, the thing is, Brandgate already uses set orders. So to use blitz orders on top of that is already a bit of a stretch when you need a decent amount of followers in the deck too. Now, if we somehow got bunches of set orders that somehow worked as shield and follower like Frysit's Maximum does, maybe we'll see some more play out of this. But given how cheap it is for the triple rare, it's not a bad idea to just grab a playset now. And then the FFR's base price is $8.94. The market price is under $10, so also not bad to pick up at this point. You've got World Shapeshifter Stealth Rogue Shododoji, which is 26 listings right now, which is still a lot of listings, but for a common card, that's a little low in my book. So just wanted to call it out. It's still 10 cents cheapest to pick up with a lot of copies available. You usually only need one of these anyway, so I just wanted to call it out again. That's about it. Then you've also got Magic of Alteration Turnar from set 8, which is back on the rise and low on listings again at 7 listings altogether. And it's been selling recently for $4, right around there. But lowest listings are now 5, and we're running low on quantities before they start to get to the $10 range. So another card to be aware of as more options for Cater Sanctuary come out with Divine Clash. Monster Creator Archetype has a few low listings right now, but I'd just pay attention to this one, as if we continue to see more glitter support, especially for stuff like Eva and whatnot, I wouldn't be surprised that Archetype gets some more support down the line. And right now, we're looking at $139 for the base listings, but if you want to pick up multiple copies, this card moves over $3 in that case. So you will have to be careful there if you want to pick that up, as you're likely going to have to be picking up singles from multiple sellers. Grimoire Etoile Lutetia is still down in value from its overall highs, but it's still holding around the $10 mark. And while the market price here looks like it's just dropped off, you look at the actual value and it's all within the $11 range. And recent sales have been $10, but they're sporadic. So just keep your eye on this one if you are planning to play Lutetia down the line. It's still not really going to drop off too far. The regular rare version of Frysit's Maximum has been progressively increasing in value since December, and I haven't really been covering it that much, but yeah, it's probably better that I do now, as we're looking at a lot of dollar listings and 50-cent listings, and if we see more hype for Welstra once we get to Divine Z, there is a possibility it could be a consistent dollar for a while, as set 7 was a more short printed set. Schwarzer Eins is another card to consider from set 12. I saw a few builds played this with Welstra, and given that it gives you extra soul while drawing, it's not a bad option to consider. But there are lots of copies available on the rare, starting at 5 cents, and 20 cents to start on the FR, but it's half the market price right now, so I'd be careful if you're trying to bling it out. You've also got Drag Ritter Midhat, which is also a set 7 card. I believe there is going to be a reprint of this coming amongst promos later, but until that happens, I would pay attention, as for a common, it's at 17 listings, so that's another thing to keep in mind. And the market price is moving upward, while we also look at more copies starting to consolidate around 99 cents, but we do have a number of copies still in the 20-cent range, although it's a mandatory 99-cent shipping no matter how many copies you buy. Then another one is Steel Bullet of Duststorm Ethan, which is out of set 3. I don't think this one should get bought out too heavily, but it is a penny stock to consider given Divine Z's tech options that I've been seeing. But again, set 3, that set was printed pretty heavily, and we've got 52 listings on the rare and 29 listings on the holo. 5 cent space for the rare and 25 cent space for the holo there. Another card that isn't really seeing anything now, but I do want to call it out as a potential penny stock, is Longing Maiden from Festival 2022. This one has 45 listings right now and is really cheap to pick up. You've got a lot of copies at 5 cents and 15 cents right now. Should we see some bigger need of discarding orders or discard effects from orders, this card could see some more value down the line. But until then, I'd say it's more of just have a couple of copies in your back pocket just in case. Blue Artillery Dragon Inlet Pulse. Well, we've talked about this card every so often, just not recently. And the card is still holding at a base of about 16.25. Market prices base are around 15, but the original from set 4 is up above $21 right now, and the SP has gone back to $42 with only 2 listings. Then our last card for today is Dragon Monk Gojo, which saw a sellout a while back on the SP, and we've got copies back on the market starting at $25. This is seeing some play in Japan now, but at $25, we'll have to see. I anticipate we'll see some more copies that drop the price. I don't know if it'll sell at 25, but if you do just need to pick up commons, or if you want to pick up the holo foil, those have plenty of copies available at 38 listings on the common and 26 listings on the holo. And they start off at 10 cents on the common and 43 cents on the holo. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.